Hello, Zonzo Committee. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Van, and my partners are Elisa, Ashley, Taba, Kiki, and together our team is excited to present our um, marketing strategy pitch for your company entering into South Korean wine market. The main objective of this presentation is to look into the environmental factors influencing the South Korean wine market, covering economic, political, legal, and cultural dimensions. The aim of this speech is to provide an insightful analysis of your company and to not only expand the market presence, but also promote your exclusive product, the estate Cabernet Sauvignon, into the South Korean wine industry. So your winery focuses in crafting outstanding red wines, including Cabernet Sauvignon, with the prices ranging from 25 to 65 Australian dollars per bottle. So the decision to focus on Cabernet Sauvignon is driven by its popularity among South Korean consumers who have a strong preferences for red wine. We will conduct an in-depth analysis of the South Korean market and provide a valuable recommendation on their marketing strategies that your company can adopt to make a successful entry into this dynamic and promising market.
When assessing the economic environment of South Korea, so many benefits can be revealed to Zonzo when deciding to enter the market. Only 13% of all South Korean liquor sales are wine, the large majority of which, 85%, is rice wine. However, the growth of rice wine is faltering, creating a rise to more Western styled wines. In 2020 alone, over $24.8 million worth of bottled wine was exported to South Korea from Australia, making it one of the larger wine imports and exports for both countries. As an Australian company, there are many benefits to entrance within the South Korean market. The most notable of these is CAFTA. Prior to Australia's agreement with the South Korean government, wine imports between the two countries experienced a 15% tariff. Currently, Australian wines are imported duty-free. This is an overwhelmingly positive result for Australian producers, especially smaller wineries like Zonzo's, who would greatly benefit from this kind of leg up when entering a new market. CAFTA should be fully taken advantage of, as in 2021, the Chinese government imposed tariffs of 116 to 218% on Australian wines, making trade unobtainable and increasing tensions between the two countries. This decision has seriously impacted Australia's international wine trade, as this was their main export destination. This decision was only exacerbated during the COVID-19 pandemic and has affected winemakers across the country. During the pandemic, a cultural shift has resulted in a rise in single households within South Korea. This has created less household disposable income, making drinkers more invested in their weekend liquor choices. This is what is credited to the rise in wine consumption, as consumers are choosing to drink at home and have directed their decisions to alcohol they can enjoy, without the sole focus being intoxication. To pair with a declining household income, inflation rates have increased by 3.7% as of 2023. This will likely further the trend of careful alcohol enjoyment and declining liquor sales, making it an ideal time for quality imported wine to enter the market. To combat this revenue loss, South Korean companies have been lobbying for change within online liquor merchandising laws, as it is illegal to distribute alcohol online in South Korea. Such a change could result in an increase in liquor sales, improving the industry's economic environment.
Now let's discuss South Korea's cultural landscape and its impact on Zonzo's market approach and strategy. In South Korea, wine is valued for its communal nature in their collectivist culture, creating a unique opportunity for Zonzo to tailor its marketing promotional strategies to emphasize relationships. Zonzo can target urban millennials with family-themed campaigns on platforms like Instagram and TikTok, as South Koreans prioritize personal connections. A growing trend is the increase in female wine consumers. Zonzo can position Cabernet Sauvignon as a beverage for social bonding and relaxation, tapping into this shift. Regarding pleasure and governance, wine symbolizes affluence in Korea, and Zonzo can align with this cultural aspiration for elegance and refinement. Key strategies include syncing marketing with South Korean holidays, emphasizing social media, and expanding product lines to align with local preferences for wine as a symbol of social status. Next, we'll explore the political dynamics of South Korea, which significantly impact the business approach. In South Korea, regulatory compliance is critical, covering advertising, labeling, and packaging. Adherence to these rules is vital for Zonzo. Exploring trade agreements like CAFTA to manage costs and reduce import expenses due to high consumer prices from taxes is also important. Other measures they can undertake include securing necessary licenses for imports and considering pre-approvals for duty exemptions, ensuring branding and labels comply with South Korean IP laws, and lastly, aligning with South Korea's environmental sustainability goals.
So following the market environment, the industry analysis will prevail with the identification of the direct and indirect competitors and the risk they potentially can pose to Zonzo. Starting off with some of the direct companies in the competition for the Cabernet Sauvignon Blanc is the Dandelion Vineyards in South Australia, the Pete's Pure in Australia, and the Villa Antinori in Florence. These are all international wines to South Korea, as the climate isn't ideal for wine production, as it tends to be a colder climate. Following the other direct competitors, as of this moment, the main type of wine consumption is a non-grape wine, known as the rice wine. However, as mentioned previously, the market for the Cabernet Sauvignon is continuously growing due to the shift of consumer needs for healthier alternatives in terms of reduced alcohol consumption. The corresponding to this comment, the indirect competitors is beer, soju, pre-mixed liquors, and Junro, which can be viewed as reducing in popularity due to the health-conscious consumers. The Zonzo Cabernet Sauvignon differentiates from these competitors due to its bold blackberry mixed flavours and with spices providing it a competitive advantage required for success. This following slide will display the potential risk that all competitors can pose to the wine, as displayed as the alternative Cabernet Sauvignon will be the most significant threat.
And as for the market segmentation factors, we're going to start with the demographics. There are an expanding middle class and aging population in South Korea. The 25 to 35 age group prefers innovative and refined wine selections that align with global trends, while individuals in the 30 and 40 age brackets prioritize depth and character in their wine choices. And female consumers account for 57% of South Korean wine drinkers. South Koreans has a considerable buying power with an average GDP per capita of $41,380.69, and higher wine bottle costs in South Korea shows that wine is seen as a luxury item. As for the psychographic, South Korean consumers increasingly appreciate red wine's health benefits. There's a perception in South Korea that links wine to luxury, and South Korea wine preferences are influenced by fine dining and food wine pairing. South Korean consumers have a taste for luxury with less emphasis on the place of origin. And this presents a problem for Zonzo, since in South Korea, consumers often perceive Australian wines as value for money rather than luxury. For the geographic factors, South Korea exhibit varying levels of urbanization, with Seoul and Incheon being the most densely populated region. Urban centers in South Korea serve as major shopping and alcohol consumption hubs, and high population density in South Korean cities significantly impacts Zonzo, with urban residents favoring fine dining and having easy access to wine outlets. While as the behavioral, wine consumption in South Korea is growing, especially for still and sparkling wines, as indicated by the record-breaking wine imports in 2022. South Korean wine consumers are heavily influenced by brand preferences. Health-conscious consumers in South Korea are motivated by potential health benefits of wine consumption, and wine drinking in South Korea is associated with leisure and relaxation. So here's the first target market for Zonzo when expanding to South Korea. And here's the second target market for the South Korean wine consumers.
Based on extensive research, it can be concluded that Zonzo's Cabernet Sauvignon suits the ideals of the South Korean consumer market. This makes a standardized product and packaging a prominent way to go, as it is cheaper due to economies of scale, and the taste of wine complements the bold flavors that prevails in the meals of South Koreans consume. By also utilizing the same packaging, it helps Zonzo increase brand equity.
As for the recommended pricing strategy, it is recommended that Zonzo adopt a skimming price strategy, since it enables them to maximize short-term revenue while also establishing a premium brand reputation among South Korean consumers that are willing to pay more. So in addition, it allows for price reduction over time to draw in customers that are price sensitive, while allowing Zonzo to continuously monitor market needs and reactions to its offerings.
In relation to promotion, a number of strategies can be incorporated, including the sharing of sustainability through storytelling, emphasizing eco-friendly practices, alignment of sales promos with local celebrations like Chuseok, Christmas, and New Year's, creation of exclusive loyalty programs offering discounts and cultural events, launches of limited edition Cabernet Sauvignon for exclusivity, partnering with local media to showcase Zonzo's story, and introduction of a wine subscription service for South Korean urban millennials.
Assessing the South Korean market is visual for your winery. The majority of wine sales happen through retail channels, as South Korean consumers prefer enjoying wine at home. Online wine purchases are growing also with a significant boost after South Korea allowed online sales of imported alcoholic beverages in 2020. Although the recovery of on-trade channels is expected to be gradual due to COVID-19, it is significant for medium and premium wine, especially in cities like Seoul. This shift is driven by the rising of number of restaurants serving Western, fusion, and modern Korean cuisine, creating a demand for wine pairings. Your company's strategy will focus on three key locations: restaurants, retail channels, and online retailing, with a special emphasis on the dynamic city of Seoul, the capital and highly westernized city in South Korea. This approach aligns with the evolving market trends with consumer preferences in South Korea. In summary, your winery is strongly advised to expand into South Korean market due to several favorable factors. This includes South Korea's open economy, its trade agreement with Australia, and the growing wine industry influenced by westernization. Your company can enter the market through online retailing, restaurant partnership, and off-trade methods. You should implementing strategies such as introducing a wine subscription service for urban millennials, offering exclusive Cabernet Sauvignon selections, and tailoring sales promotions. However, through market research, it's essential to adapt products and marketing strategies to local consumer preferences for successful entry. That's all that we would like to talk today. Thanks for your watching.